Right now we're going to turn it over to Sam Phaneuf, who is going to talk about what it's like to be a young birder. Sam is 11 years old. He lives in Sault Ste. Marie here, and he's definitely got he's really passionate about birds and birding, and he's going to be a fantastic, well, he already is a fantastic birder, but he's going to get even better. So I'll let you take it over from here. Okay, Sam?
Thanks, Carter. My presentation today is on my birding experiences and how to get new young birders involved. I have done all the bird pictures in this presentation. I'm learning photography. It's approximately about 10 minutes long, and I'm happy to take questions at the end. I dedicate this presentation to Dawn Hall, Vivian Hall, and Chip Weslow. Thank you for keeping me going in the birding world. I would like to start by sharing some of my best birding experiences. 3 of these are from the Sault area, which you'd be familiar with if you were at Carter's talk, and one of them is from Point PLE. But it's a very important one to me to keep me going bird watching around the Sault. So my first one is on Bonaparte's gulls. My dad and I were at Whitefish Island on a trail looking out over the water when he heard a bird call that we did not recognize. We continued walking on the trail and saw some gulls as we got to the beautiful river. Then we noticed they had black heads, Bonaparte's gulls. It was an amazing encounter. This was one of my best birding experiences because it's unusual to see a Bonaparte's gull, let alone a flock of Bonaparte's gulls in the Sault. My next one's about white pelicans, and this is not actually necessarily about the bird. It's more about me being capable to help others with my knowledge of where birds might be. I was at Pumpkin Point viewing platform, and we met up with 2 people who were there looking for the white pelicans, but the pelicans were at Echo Bay viewing platform, so we gave them directions. This was a special experience for me because I was capable of sharing my knowledge of birds with others, not just my dad. This picture is of some white pelicans taking off, and my parents really like it. Virginia rail. This is my favorite of all. My papa was trying to confirm that he heard a Virginia rail when 2 Virginia rails came running out from underneath the platform. But it gets better 2 times. I went under the platform and got 2 meters away from one of the Virginia rails, and they went back into the reeds and started to do courtship. Both these times were good for me because I hardly see Virginia rails, and I don't really notice how truly beautiful they are, and much less to see them go back and just start doing courtship. Me personally, I've never seen that happen. Warning, you might feel like you're about to get flipped over. My next one's on a close-up with a Prothonotary warbler. This one is my one at Point PLE National Park. I was walking where the Prothonotary warbler was sighted, and I noticed a crowd of people not too far away, along with a small bird. Prothonotary warbler, I thought, got up and was just in time to get this pic. It was also closer than I expected. This experience was important to me because I barely ever get to see Prothonotary warblers and how truly beautiful they are. And that kept me going bird watching in the Sault. My next part of my presentation is how to get new young birders involved. And all 5 of these I've actually would affect me, and I've used them on a few other people as well. This picture is of me and my sister bird watching, and you'll see my sister later in the presentation. So my first one's on snacks. So this isn't necessarily about like, this is more just getting the kids out there than seeing the seeing the birds. So if you could get the kids out there and then have them see a beautiful bird, then that would really spark them. And I really enjoy having a snack myself. Us having a snack break myself.
Hey.
Snacks. So I baked these cupcakes before. I thought it would be fun to put them in because they're bird themed. So my next part is on my next thing about how to get new young birders involved is on groups and nicknames. So first for groups help kids socialize and meet new friends. And I got this from a book, but let's say you're in a place where like a field and you see a bird, but you're not sure what it is. So you go look in your guide, you find but you're sure it's a sparrow. You find the chapter on a sparrow. You look back and it's gone. Whereas maybe if you were in a group, the group would be able to instantly tell you that when you're walking down, they could tell you that would be a grasshopper sparrow and some features to look for. And nicknames make kids feel special. One example of a nickname is my dad's, the bald eagle, because he's a bit bald. And another nickname is Eagle Eye, which I'm pretty sure someone in this meeting gave me. Dave. My next one's on scopes and close-ups. So one thing is, if you get a close-up of a colorful bird, kids really like color, and it makes them feel happy. And just like this red-winged blackbird was actually what triggered my sister to start liking birds.
You have to come right in close to him. Hi, my name's Emma, and I have a red-winged blackbird stuffy named Flame. And the thing that I really like about red-winged blackbirds is the colorful wings.
Thank you, Emma, for coming in. Some other things like scopes and binoculars, they allow kids to get closer to the birds, even if they're far away. And binoculars, for me, I need to have my binoculars to feel like a birder. And I'm pretty sure that applies to most other people. And a camera can help with ID, and kids can also look back on the day. Like, for instance, if Emma got a picture of that red wing, she could be like, when she's 24, she could look through it. Oh, I remember the day I saw that red-winged blackbird. Birding with technology. So this one's kind of more ID and keep track thing, but kids like technology. So I'd say I usually use eBird to submit and keep track of checklists. I use Cornell Labs Merlin ID to ID birds visually and by sound sometimes, and I also use LarkWire to sometimes ID birds by sound. Making birding a game is something that would really get kids interested. So I would like to see how many of these birds you can find. There is one nest and 3 birds. And the photos are on the side. I'll give you 30 seconds and then we'll see. Time's up. The first one's a nest. Right there are 4 killdeer eggs. And the next one is a Wilson snipe hidden just in amongst the reeds near, where was it? Barber Flat. That is a killdeer. And this was a spotted sandpiper. So some other things are like treasure hunt. Birds are like treasures. Like you can never get too much of birds. And same thing with scavenger hunt. Like you hear that there's this super colorful bird nearby. Like, oh, I want to go see it. You're trying to focus on finding that bird while finding more. Some like, and then at the end, you could always have like a reward. Like if they saw a life lister or a rare bird, that'd be a pretty good reward. Or even just enjoying a snack. So this is at my birthday 2 years ago. It has several of my friends in it. And everyone had a pair of binoculars. We had some cupcakes at the end. We used all these techniques and they really do work. And everybody really did have fun. They now like birding as well. Thank you. Questions?
All right. Thanks, Sam. That was a really good presentation. I definitely enjoyed it. So let's see what questions here. Sam, what's your favorite bird?
Virginia rail.
Virginia rail?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, awesome. Is there a time of day you like to go birding best?
Morning, 5:31.
5:31 in the morning.
Yes.
That's pretty early. You like that better than sleeping in?
Definitely.
Definitely. All right. I have a question for you. What bird are you hoping to see next that you haven't seen before?
That's a hard question, really, because I don't know all the birds of the world. But I would say I'd like to see a new species of eagle.
New species of eagle. Have you seen a golden eagle?
Yes.
You have
So it'll
seen-
be
okay.
hard, but
Oh,
it's
yeah. That will be hard, yeah. Where's your favorite bird location to go birding in the Sioux?
in the Sioux, I definitely say Whitefish Island. Whitefish Island or down at the waterfront across from Algomia.
Okay, yeah, you've been getting some good birds there. What's the best snack? You talked about snacks lots.
What's the
your
best
favorite?
snack to bring? Well, two that I originally had in and before I started editing my presentation was like chips. Chips are something good. At least like chips, as long as it depends on what the kid likes.
Yeah, my favorite snack's beef jerky.
Same here.
I'm out birding. Do you have a favorite bird song to hear?
Not necessarily, but I have two house wrens nesting outside, and I really like waking up to their like chattery call.
Yep, no, that's a good one. How many species did you see last year, and how many have you seen this year so far?
Last year I saw around 120, and like so far, if I was at now last year, I'd have seen 120 species of birds. And now this year I've seen 113.
Nice, nice. What bird most challenging for you to identify?
Sandpipers, I'd say.
Sandpipers, they are tricky, that's for sure. Where's the most exotic place you have ever birded?
Dominican Republic.
Dominican? Cool, a lot of cool birds there, I bet. And how often do you get birding?
What was that?
how often do you get out birding, like during the week? 1 day,
Well,
2 days?
I prefer to do it every day, but I usually do it 3 days a week.
School getting in the way, right? What was your favorite bird in the Dominican Republic?
Oh, that's a hard question, but I really liked. I really liked the red-eye. I'm not sure I'm getting this right, but red-legged thrush, I think it's called. Not
Okay,
sure.
yeah, I saw those. Yeah, that's what they're called. I saw those in Cuba.
Okay.
They're pretty cool looking, eh?
Yes.
They act like just like a robin. They act just like a well, it makes sense. They're both thrushes, but they acted just like a robin, but colored.
Yes.
I think that's it for questions. Oh, one more. Who takes you birding early in the morning?
Well, usually it's my dad, but sometimes if I'm really lucky, I'll get my grandma and pop to go, like way early in the morning. So far, no success.
Grandma and Pop come out with you most of the
No,
time.
I mean like really, really early in the morning, like 5:31.
You got to work on that then, Sam. You got to work on
Yes, I do.
that. Okay.